Future sports stadiums that are unbelievable. Number 10, the SoFi Stadium. The SoFi Stadium is a huge development that's currently underway in Inglewood, California, on the site of the former Hollywood Park racetrack. The up to 100,000-seater venue is to become the new permanent home for the LA Rams and the LA Chargers, and has already been confirmed to host WrestleMania 37 in 2021, Super Bowl 56 in 2022, and the opening and closing ceremonies of the Olympics in 2028. At an estimated cost of just under $5 billion, the facility is enormous. The stadium and surrounding Hollywood Park development take up an area of 298 acres, which is about 3 times the size of Disneyland. Furthermore, to allay fears that its construction would interfere with radar from the nearby LAX airport, a $29 million secondary radar system was installed, and a 100-foot deep pit was dug so the SoFi Stadium could be built partially underground. Fans entering the stadium will walk in on level 5 or 6, and many will need to walk down to their seats. To ensure this was a safe design, the stadium is actually surrounded by mechanically stabilized earth, which means it should continue to keep its shape even if there's a large earthquake from the Newport-Inglewood fault line that passes close by. The stadium is currently scheduled to be opened in mid-2020, and its first event will be performed by Taylor Swift for 2 nights of her latest world tour. Number 9, the Allegiant Stadium, Nevada. The $1.8 billion Allegiant Stadium, which is currently under construction in Las Vegas, will be one of the most futuristic developments in the world when it opens. It's currently on track to be ready to host the Las Vegas Raiders for the beginning of the 2020 NFL season, and will have room for up to 72,000 spectators. What really makes this venue stand out from the rest, though, is the technology that is being installed. Billed as being the world's most connected stadium, it will have 1,700 Wi-Fi access points, more than 227 miles of fiber and copper cables, and 2,200 Cisco Vision screens throughout. The plan is that you'll have fast connectivity no matter how many people are there, and the Allegiant is being planned with multiple uses in mind. It will have a transparent roof to allow predictable conditions at the field level, while still letting the Nevada sun beam down. And the pitch itself will be on rollers so that it can be completely removed from the stadium for events that don't require it. Its location in the heart of the city means that it will likely draw huge crowds for shows and sporting spectacles. As well as being home to an NFL team, it's also being touted as a venue for boxing, UFC, Monster Jam, and potentially an MLS team. Number 8, the Dubai Reef. The Dubai Reef is without a doubt one of the most ambitious stadium designs ever. Planned to be built within a reef off the coast of the city, this will be the first ever underwater tennis venue. The 7 planned arenas will be covered with a carbon-glazed glass dome, which means spectators will be able to look up at the marine wildlife while watching the world's best players battling it out on the court. It was the brainchild of a Polish architect, Krzysztof Kotala, and despite the plans being first unveiled in 2015, it could be a long time until it's actually ready to host its first tournament. As you'd imagine, there are some major engineering challenges to overcome, let alone the cost, and the project team are still trying to raise the funds needed and the relevant permissions to get started. Number 7, the Hokkaido Ballpark. Due to be completed by 2023, the $530 million Hokkaido Ballpark will be the new home of the Nippon Ham Fighters. According to its designers, it will enhance the players' performance on the field, but they have ambitions far beyond baseball. The iconic 35,000-seater venue will, they hope, become a world-renowned stadium for live entertainment. It will have a retractable roof so the conditions can be maintained no matter what the weather. And the plan is that it'll be one of the most environmentally sustainable stadiums in the world when it's complete. The complex will include a retail park, residential developments, public spaces, and parks. And the team's owner, NH Foods, released a statement saying they hope it will promote public health through food and sports, and foster pride and affection towards Hokkaido. Number 6, Jakarta International Stadium. Having begun construction in 2019, the $343 million international stadium in Jakarta, Indonesia, will be one of the most impressive venues in Southeast Asia once it's completed in 2021. With a seating capacity of 82,000 people, its primary use will be for soccer, and it will be the home stadium of the Persija Jakarta Football Club. Spectators will be sat across 3 levels, There will be a large number of accessible seats, huge hospitality provisions, a training pitch, and the main hybrid pitch that will be made from a blend of real turf and artificial. As well as the main bowl of the stadium, there will be 2 volleyball courts and water sports facilities. And perhaps the most impressive of all is the plans for a green building, which will enable the stadium to independently manage its water and electricity requirements. It's hoped that the stadium will become the center of a vibrant regeneration of the area, which will also include a running track around a lake and even a floating mosque. Number 5. Everton Stadium. The city of Liverpool in the UK is probably best known around the world for being where the Beatles came from. But a new development that's taking place will put the place on the map for a spectacular architectural reason: the new stadium at Bramley Moor Dock for Everton Football Club. The plans for the $700 million venue were submitted in late 2019, with the intent of being that the brick and steel structure will have room for 52,000 spectators, as well as areas set aside for training facilities to encourage members of the local community to work on their fitness and health. It's been specifically designed to fit in with the surrounding architecture and will appear to rise up from the more than 150-year-old dock. The site chosen is a perfect location on the River Mersey and will be ideal for other uses such as music concerts and other sporting events. If things go to plan, it will be completed by 2023 and will hopefully kickstart a period of regeneration for the area. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on. Number 4. Baghdad Sports City. There's no doubt that after the past few decades, the citizens of Baghdad have been left with few developments to be proud of. So in 2019, it was a game changer when a delegation from Saudi Arabia visited the city and put forward their plans for a new sports complex. The arena will have seating for 100,000 people and initially will be used for high-profile soccer matches. The long-term plans, however, are that it will become an integrated sports city with other pitches and facilities around it, such as tennis courts, a swimming pool, basketball courts, and plenty more. It'll probably be the mid-2020s before the plans become a reality, but when they do, it'll be one of the most recognizable sports centers on Earth. Number 3. Miami Freedom Park. Former English soccer player David Beckham has for a long time been trying to get his own franchise in the MLS off the ground, and he's finally managed to get the ball rolling with plans for the $966 million Miami Freedom Park. Covering a site of 131 acres, the main feature will be the 26,000-seater soccer stadium with a rooftop bar and palm trees. But there's far more to this development than that. There will be at least 10 sports fields that are open to use by local residents and for training academies, a huge commercial and office space, and a 58-acre public park. It will rejuvenate the area that was once the Melreese Public Golf Course, but there are still some hurdles to overcome to make it a reality. If things go to plan, Inter Miami FC, who will begin playing in 2020 at a temporary home, should be able to move into their new stadium by 2022. Number 2. The Ahmedabad Cricket Stadium. Cricket is the national sport in India, so it seems fitting that 2020 will see the opening of the world's largest cricket stadium near the city of Ahmedabad. With a capacity of more than 110,000 people, every effort has been made to ensure the matches go ahead without any of the challenges the sport often faces. The main problem with cricket is when it rains, and it can often be hours until the ground is ready for a game to resume after the sky clears. The pitch here, though, has been built with drainage solutions that will allow play to restart within a half an hour. There won't be just one pitch either. 11 have been created from a mix of red and black soil, and this will offer different conditions for games and will affect the bounce of the ball when it's bowled. As the sport becomes increasingly popular, the stadium will likely be sold out for most matches, which will make for one of the most intense atmospheres anywhere in world sport. Number 1. Lusail Iconic Stadium, Qatar. Qatar is hosting the Soccer World Cup in 2022, and to do this they had to build a series of new stadiums, the most impressive of which will be the Lusail Iconic Stadium. Built in the new city of Lusail, which is 9 miles north of the capital city of Doha, the 80,000-seater venue will host the opening and closing ceremonies of the tournament, as well as the final match. It's been designed to represent the traditional craft of bowl weaving and will be surrounded with a gold-colored shimmer wrap that will make it glisten in the desert sun. It will have a retractable roof to ensure conditions within the stadium are comfortable for players and spectators, and it will be highly energy efficient in line with FIFA rules for a new stadium. Due to the potentially hot climate during the tournament, it's designed to help cool everyone watching the games, and there will be solar canopies throughout the site to help further cool the air and to generate electricity for use elsewhere. Unusually for a stadium, however, there are no plans to use it for sports once the competition in 2022 is finished. Instead, the seats will all be removed and the site will be reused as a community space with a shopping mall, food outlets, education facilities, and a health clinic. Subscribe to Top 5s for more and check out some of our other popular videos.